My name is obese in your city. Mean that it carries some weight. Rory in traffic, I move through the hate. What you learn, I'm feeling myself. Hop about the road, they calling it murder. Fool for thought this shit, it came with a stir. Repeating my level up out of your reach. I just keep it on the up and up. This might just
Happy Tuesday to y'all. What is going on, everybody? Y'all on another episode on the Up and Up. I am your host. Could have been doing anything else. You could have been rocking anywhere else. But as always, you come to kick it with us, and we appreciate that. Couple of little minor snags, but we ain't no small thing to a giant though, man. Look, we in the building. We ready to get this thing together. Hey, so, Cuzzo, what's the deal?
What's good? We just started living my best life out here in Tampa, Florida.
Reporting live from Sunnyside, Florida. Everything is great. Life is good. All right. How about that?
Home of the Bucks, baby. Home of Tom Brady and the Bucks.
Hey man, look, we gotta talk about this, man. Like, hey, look, you have redefined the term of overnight fan, man. Like, look,
yeah, right. It only took 17 hours.
Look, you taking that with you to the grave. You like, look, man, look, it's all about Tom. You ain't never seen Tom do nothing this good before, man.
I've loved Tom for at least 2 weeks now. Come on, what are you talking about? I've always
you said these things happen all by themselves, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? Who knew? Shoot. I was rolling, man. He said, I love Tom. I'm like, all right, man.
Yep. I straight up, at this point, I would probably buy like a Tom Brady Bucks jersey. I would do it. That's look, you know, money on Tom.
Hey, look, if you buy it, you gonna end up jinxing them there, man. Look, they gonna get like blew out there. Tampa Bay gonna be like, hey, whose fault is it? It's gonna be like, oh, his fault. Get it. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be a mob and they gonna attack you.
I hear don't nobody think that they're gonna win against. Was it the Chiefs?
Against the Chiefs? Yeah, trust me. It's people right now that think that the Chiefs are gonna lose or whatever, man. And they're taking bets for that. Yeah, they're taking bets for that right now. Yeah, and you know, people are gonna be people. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell nobody what to do or how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta let people do their thing, man.
True.
You know, so
very true. Very true.
But you know what I'm saying? We are here, and as always, you know, we like to kick this thing off right. You know, our neighborhood controversial individual is at work, so he's probably watching from the floor somewhere of the job. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. Look, B is floating around here somewhere too, but I was having a little bit of a rough go at it, man. The last couple hours, man. Like I was really trying to pull it together. I was asleep. I was like, damn, okay, I got to get up. I got to, get my mind right, man.
You know. All the way in that dad life, huh?
Man, what?
I needed some extra hours. I needed them extra hours for the week.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Every waking second counts. Like, man, look, what? I felt like I slept until another day. Like, I thought today was another day. I was like, damn. I'm like, I feel like I'm sleeping too good, man. Like, I was sleeping too good, man. It was like, yeah, you better get up and get your shit together, man. Look, so.
Right on.
Now I'm scrambled, but I'm all right, though, man. Look, so, as we all know, you know, usually, you know, we kick off with some witty thing that we're going to talk about today, but, you know, I figured we'd stay parked here for a second because this marks the year up to when Kobe passed away. You know, if anybody has been living under a rock and hasn't known any of the obvious, you know, Kobe passed last year in a helicopter accident, him and his daughter. It was at least several other people, so I won't give you two names and not give you the other names or whatever, but the list is very extensive and very long. And, you know, a lot of people lost, you know, their families that day. So, you know, I just took a moment, you know what I'm saying, for that. And I wanted to stay there for a minute to keep remembering that, man, because shoot, like, it feel like, man, I feel like that was like the beginning of the end of 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
That was about when we realized 2020 was about to be some bullshit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? 2020 was not about to be a good year. It was like, okay, we're going to try it anyway. We're going to put the shoes on, see if they fit, and go from there. And it was like, nah, man, you don't want to wear these shoes. And we wore them anyway. So then it was like, yeah, you shouldn't have did that shit. So now you got to go through the whole 2020 with them. Now it's like walking through like 30 miles of shit, just of shit, you know what I'm saying, all over the place. That's the equivalent of how 2020 was just tearing up to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I had plans. I had good things in the works, man. Look, and Kobe was like, nah, B, take a break, get your mind right. There you go. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's just crazy though, man. You know, like even still, even with between, you know what I'm saying, him, you know, and then Nip the year before that, it was just a lot of like, man, it's like, you know, the fandom really set in. It was like, okay, damn, you know, that's my guy. I seen that guy. I grew up watching that guy, you know, so you be feeling that sense of attachment to you know what I'm saying, certain, you know, icons and athletes and entertainers and stuff like that, man.
I mean, Kobe too, just being, you know, just the icon. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just say that, you know, I mean, there's been great basketball players or whatever, but that's, you know, I mean, what is he? Was he at least top three, top four? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
And
for
then
sure. For sure.
and then it just died tragically. Like that. I mean, it's not something that we see a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the big thing was like Kobe being as big of a force as he was just in general, and then to just be, you know, snatched off,
And
you know.
and you
So
got to look at it like this too, cause like I remember, you know, we didn't really start doing all our episodes till around like April or May or whatever. So if you'd have been on this mode with us, like Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, his time had come and gone. But Kobe Bryant, the father, Kobe Bryant, you know, the humanitarian, Kobe Bryant, the coach that was, you know, what I'm saying, teaching his daughter how to, you know, what I'm saying, basically a replica of him. Like he's becoming so much more than just Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, in the time that he was, you know, he was really hitting his stride. Like you could see
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? It was everywhere. It was like, man, like his mannerisms, his attitude, his confidence. It was all coming together for him or whatever, man. You know,
I
and
think I think another thing to keep in mind too is one thing we see more and more with athletes is we see them sort of humbling themselves more and more and becoming more humanitarians and being more for the people. Like you can see that with LeBron James being like the youngest, biggest star, you know, that there's been. But you know, whereas you go all the way back to like Michael Jordan, you know, Mr. Fuck them kids. You know, so like Kobe, you could definitely say like Kobe was kind of like one of those guys. He definitely started a wave of being like that positive force even off the court. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. No facts, though facts, and that's what you want it to be or whatever. Because you know, especially when in the light of when like you got NBA stars that are some are arrogant assholes, some are, you know, they pricks, some are, you know, just out of pocket with or out of touch with reality in certain
They're
aspects, and
they're
then
what you call one dimensional. That they only have one
yeah,
thing that seems to matter to them, and that's basketball. And you know, Kobe was definitely bigger than that. He was one of
yeah.
the first generations of being bigger than that.
He ended up transcending basically past basketball to a point where, you know what I'm saying, like I said, the new life had taken form and taken shape. So, you know what I'm saying, when you really started to appreciate it, then his life was cut short. You know what I'm saying, well, what happened? So it's like, you know, you got to just take a minute and be like, wow, you know what I'm saying, that can happen to anybody. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
Yeah,
you know, and he was just doing something that he normally would have did any day. You know what I'm saying?
right.
He did it all the time,
That was
like
his
it's like
life.
breathing.
Yeah.
You know, and just to be like, damn, okay.
That's how you know a motherfucker's life ain't like yours. Like, yeah, we just gonna go up in the chopper real quick and you know go across town. You know, like just skip all of the traffic. Like, goddamn.
Look,
Yeah,
for real. And it's like, man, we sit here complaining about being in the traffic. You like, I'm above the traffic, man. I can get to this place in 20 minutes. It's gonna take y'all at least 2 hours to get there in that rush hour traffic in LA. I don't like that. You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
you know what's wild about like COVID? I think COVID really found a way to expose a lot of our weaknesses just in society, and it kind of shows just how as populated and I don't know, strong economically as Hollywood and LA and stuff like that was, those cities are more or less in pieces because of something like this, because they weren't really I mean, they weren't set up for something crazy like this to happen. So like a lot of people have flooded out of California, and you know, the reason that you end up needing a fucking helicopter is because the city is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you had the wildfires on top of that. Like, it's just not, it's kind of like you could look at LA as like a symbol of American arrogance. You could look at it as like we thought we had everything figured out and we were gonna do things whatever way we wanted to. So we built everything around all of this shit that more or less probably we should have left alone. You know what I'm
No
saying?
fact.
like you just add earthquakes to Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Earthquakes, wildfires. Like what's not in Los Angeles? I think they don't have tornadoes.
No, they ain't got tornadoes. They got literally every other
Got the
natural
fuck.
disaster known to man except for tornadoes or whatever. Yeah, I got it.
They
And,
got
you
all the
got
goddamn problems.
Yeah. Oh, one second. As y'all know, look, what's up, kid? Hey, you want to come be on the show with us? You want to come listen in? Come on.
But I do
So,
want to
no, you
reinforce.
said, go ahead, hit me. I'm ready.
You froze a little.
Yeah,
I do want to reinforce that thing I was saying about Kobe being more than one dimensional, and I think that's an important lesson for everybody to learn. You got to diversify your interests, and you can't just be about one thing. You can't just be a motherfucker about your money and about your pockets, and that be the only thing to.
I mean, you could, but you might not like the person you become, though. In the midst of that, like, because if you become so self-indulgent in just that one particular thing, that you'll find yourself, missing out on a lot of other, simplistic beauties in life, if you will.
Yeah.
So, you'll be surprised, like, especially in certain cities. Like you said, California is always is a perfect example. We're not going to bash on California, but, Cali is one of those places, though. You got people who literally are like, okay, I'm tunnel vision for one specific thing. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, it's all this or bust, so, what about this right here? No, it's all this or bust. You're not listening. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the thing too. Like California is such a big city with like really high cost of living, so it's the kind of place where you could probably only really focus on one thing. I know one big thing. The only thing I know about California, or especially LA, because I've never been there, is that that's where Joe Rogan used to have his podcast, and that's where he used to do his thing. And then once all of this COVID stuff happened, he moved to Texas, and because it just wasn't lucrative for what he did anymore, like with the podcast and then with stand-up comedy. Like you couldn't. LA more or less shut down amidst COVID, and it hasn't really been able to make a comeback. I mean, not like all the other places that is just like fuck COVID, we don't give a fuck, like Florida.
Look, between Florida, Texas, and a couple other ones in the South or whatever. It's like, all right, man, look, I ain't scared of no stinking COVID. Keep the party going. Like, all right, look, and everybody picked up where they left off at or whatever. Yeah. But see, the funny thing with that conversation though is that, like you got people so you got people from your city where they had a conversation with somebody from up here or somebody else that's had a city that's on lockdown. They'd be like, well, it doesn't work like this, or you see, we went back to normal and everything's fine, or y'all should do the same thing too. And it's like, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Every experience hits everybody different. So I can't be like, okay, well, since y'all were able to get through there scot-free, that we'll be able to have the same transition up here. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's different climates, it's different weather. Like y'all get mostly warm weather throughout y'all time down there, and we get all 4 seasons up here. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all get like 7 seasons. It's bullshit up there. I don't know what to do with that. Y'all got winter twice, I think. You get that end of spring, winter. Like, I thought, ain't it fucking July? Why is it snowing?
Hey, look, it's the extended secret season of winter, like when you get the polar vortex and shit. Like, man, where'd that come from, man? Like, it was just 10 degrees. Now it's minus 20. It's like, damn, okay, it look enough, man. I'm over it. Hey. That's hilarious.
Speaking of being one-dimensional, you know who else is one-dimensional? I don't want to talk a whole lot about this motherfucker because I kind of feel like he don't belong in 2021. But our last president, he was a very one-dimensional individual. He only had like one real strong, specific focus. And, I guess that was lying. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good. And when you one-dimensional, because, one-dimensional, it's like a one-way street. Mm-hmm. You can't make a U-turn on a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back the other way and realize, you've been going the wrong way. And that means you can't learn no lessons. You know what I'm saying? You can't learn a lesson on a one-way street. You can't make a U-turn. You can't make a mistake.
Shit, but how many 70-plus-year-old people is willing to admit they fucked up there? I don't know too many.
Them motherfuckers is one-dimensional too. They one-dimensional as racism. Shit, man, find something better to focus on. Like your life got to be about more shit. You got to get more things in your life, especially
Hey,
things that you don't fully understand that you need. You know,
hey, hey, look, and the crazy thing is, look, it'd be like, okay, you got this one thing over here, and then you got the thing that they used to. And it's like, you be like, hey, look, this right here can help extend your life by 10 years if you learn about it. And they looking
Mhm.
at the racist thing like, I start sweating and shit. Like, I gotta go. I gotta be racist. Oh my God, no. Everybody,
Right.
fuck, fuck, fuck. It's just the way the shit go, man. You know what I mean? And
No,
it's like,
but the blacks, Black
yeah,
Lives Matter, riot group.
build the
Oh,
wall. It's border patrol shit. You know, look.
shit, like it's not a good thing to focus on. You got to have a better focus. I mean, you could be
Look,
a little bit racist. It's okay to be a little bit racist. I think we all a little bit racist, as long as that's not the only thing you care about. You got to care about other things more than the racism, so you can have a more balanced life.
look, me and Courtney had a conversation about this or whatever, and I'll be brief at this point or whatever. And she was like, "Yeah, I said we can't tell Sid to be racist." I said, "Technically, Sid cannot be racist." I said she could be discriminative towards someone. She can't be racist. So I said racism, and said when you peel back layers, is basically the conversation of saying, "Hey, I'm better than you. I look down on you. You're inferior to me." You know what I'm saying? We haven't experienced that because we've never been at that particular point where you can be like, hey, I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like amongst our group of our peers, yeah, these statuses make us better than each other. But that's an invisible line of bullshit, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a nice car, you're better than me. Because your credit score is better than mine, you're better than me. No, see, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at it from a demographic standpoint. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
You,
And you're using material things to drive your point home.
you
We've
know what that?
never been a group of people that have basically overseen another group of people and kicked them consecutively at moments while they were down. We never did that before, so we can't be considered racist. We can be considered discriminatory, but not racist. Though.
You know what
Education on the TED Talk. Look,
you know what that makes me think about?
what's that?
Have you ever heard the phrase high value male or high value man? You know what I'm
Yeah, I probably heard it in a different context, but yeah, I get
I've
where
been
you're going.
I've been hearing that lately, like from dudes, which is the goofiest place to hear it from. Because when a man calling himself like a high value man is just it's just weird. Because
It's
technically, you got to think about it. Like a orange that you buy at the grocery store don't set its own price. You know what I'm saying?
no, no.
Nothing sets its own price. Like you're kind of just worth what you're worth. And the beauty of humanity is that we can do things in our lives to increase our value or our worth, as you might put it. But I think worth all ultimately comes down to what you care about anyway. You know what I'm saying? You could be a high value man just because you take care of your family. You can be a high value man just because you support your community. I
Mhm.
mean, I guess I think a lot of people put a lot of emphasis behind, especially finances and money being a huge aspect of what makes you a high value man. But that's because we think too much in terms of money. Like everything to us is money.
See, and that was going to pretty much be a good segue right there because you have rich and you have wealthy, and it's like what I'm saying. People that are wealthy, what I'm saying, are not just wealthy because of finances. That's basically piggybacking to your point or whatever. So like, I might be like, man, you might be like, yeah, B, you know what I'm saying? You got X, Y, Z. You got your family, you got your friends, you got this, you got this. You know what I'm saying? But you're poor in terms of finances, though. That is partially true, but understand something that I am more rich in a plethora of other ways because of the fact that I have all the things that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes money can't even buy you none of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, money can't buy you, what I'm saying, friends or whatever. It can buy you friends, but it ain't gonna buy you friends that's gonna last because once the money disappears, so do your friends. You know what I'm saying? But people that genuinely have it with you and they're in the mud with you, you know what I'm saying, or not even in the mud with you, they're just there with you throughout everything. You know what I'm saying? Those things you can't buy money with those things. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the
shit.
beauty of a good family, man. That's the
Yeah,
beauty
yeah.
of a good family. I think that's one thing that makes you and me blessed is that we come from a really dope family. And it really doesn't matter how fucked up the world could be or might hit us or whatever. We know we still got love somewhere. There's still love for us in the world.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And it's we've had it our whole lives. We've always had somebody to go kick it with and hang with. Like every time I come back to the city, it's a great time, and I can't wait to come back.
It's gonna be a special edition episode. You come back out here.
I was thinking about this April.
Look, I'm telling you, man. Look, we gonna have a whole.
I can finally be on fucking on the up and up in person.
Yeah, like look, he said coming soon. Look,
they can hear what I really sound like.
Yeah, he said, "Look, I look way different outside my work clothes." Look,
yeah, hey, my voice is my best feature. All right, wait till you hear me on sexy. Wait till you hear me.
Look, if I had to get like a good radio analysis voice, like I would want to have one of those Quiet Storm voices, though, man. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I want to be able to bring my point home, but I want to sound like real masculine and attractive while I'm doing it. Like, yeah, it's Wellington on the ones and twos radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen his face, and it's like, yeah, you see, it's like, how y'all doing? He's like, damn, his voice deep as hell. All right, but I'm like, y'all got this. This is what y'all got. So fuck it. Look.
Yo, you know who I would sound like if I could?
Yeah, who was that?
My motherfucking my hero after Tom Brady. Barack Obama. Yeah, after Tom Brady. Tom Brady's number one these days. Barack Obama, man, the way this motherfucker talks, just like, I don't even know if it's the words he uses, but there's something about the inflection in his voice. And it's not even like he has like a super deep voice, but he has the voice of a leader. That's really, I think, the best way to put it. He has the voice where this motherfucker could be talking about nothing at all, and you're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna follow him wherever he's going. He sounds like the one to follow. Look, I tell that for the last, 2 months or whatever, I've been reading this book because I read slow. it's been taking me 2 months. But yeah, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, man. Look, I was about to say, look, I can see that though. You hit him with the, that strong, debonair, confident, my fellow Americans. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You just feel good. Like, yeah, he got a voice I want to listen to, man. What are you talking about? You could be selling tartar sauce, man. Look, it's like, man, that's a good one. I want to buy some tartar sauce right now. I'm allergic to fish and seafood, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way that should go, man.
You know what's wild to hear? What I love about, because we see President Barack Obama as President Barack Obama. We saw him in the speeches and all that stuff. So we saw President Barack, you know what I'm saying? But there's more to a Barack Obama than just being the president. Like, you a whole husband, you a whole dad, you a whole nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a whole dude. You're a whole person with all these qualities and characteristics. And, we as the public, we couldn't possibly get to know all of that if we don't know you personally. And most of us ain't even gonna meet him. But you listen to his book, and I think you do get a sense of what kind of different people are in there. And there's a couple of times where you hear him, talk with a little stank in his voice about his opponents and about his rivals, like this motherfucker. and low key, a lot of people, I don't know if people know, he definitely dropped some F-bombs and some other cuss words in his book. And it's not my favorite part about it, but to hear Barack Obama say, fuck that. I mean, that's like my favorite thing to hear. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's a notification sound right there. We need to hit that every single time somebody say something crazy. Fuck
that. Look, see, it's gonna be.
Hey, when you get that shit going, I'll send you the clip. I got the clip from the book.
Look, hey, I'm gonna hit Barry up on Instagram. Like, hey, man, I need your permission to utilize this drop. Man, look, it will be my honor to use this. If you would be so kind to give me the blessing, I would be happy. Hey, look. Right, they'd be like, man, where do you get this from? Man, I got this from Barry personally, man. Look, you know what I'm saying?
From my dog.
Yeah. And I think I like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that lets me know that you're still human, man. Like you're not completely unfazed or unbothered by all the shit, even though you're able to keep up a cool, calm facade while you're moving about through everything or whatever. Because let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? When he first started his presidency 8 years ago, or it was 12 years ago, not because it's been 4 with Orange. But when he first started, man, he had a black head of hair. He looked a lot younger. You know what I'm saying? And he was way more, what's the word? Confident in the future, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. You fast forward man, what you looking like? You poised and ready to take on the world. The first 4 was like, all right, y'all wore me down a little bit, but I'm still optimistic. I still think we can do this. We can go the direction we want to go. Man, you get through them last 4 on that back end stretch, his hair gray as hell. He looked like he tired. He done smoked a couple boxes of Newports, shorts in the box. Look, he done got a glass of Hennessy sitting there in the drawer of the Oval Office.
You know
what
he
I'm saying?
got
Like, look, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He looking at Michelle like, baby, look, I know you don't go out on a date, but
right.
you know, I gotta get finished. I gotta get finished talking to these chiefs and these generals about this. You know what I'm saying?
I just pictured him after that first 4 years, you know what I'm saying? He bought the bottle of Hennessy. And then, you know, in year 5, he was just pouring it out in the glass. Like, all right, I guess whatever. And then like in year like 7 and 8, he just no glass, bottle, straight to the like right there in front of the generals and everything. Like, hold up, I need a second. Hit the bottle and then bam, all right, let's talk.
I was saying, like, oh shit, man.
Sir, are you drunk? No, I'm ready.
hey, look, he fixed his tie and shit, go out there and talk his whole speech like nothing ever happened, man. Like they smelling the cognac on this press secretary, like, what the hell is going on with Bear? Yeah, he's drunk, man. He's got a good buzz on him. He's wearing that. Look, it be like that, man. Hey.
Being the president is one hell of a job. And listening to him talk about it, I asked myself, is that a job that I feel like I could ever do in my life? Looking at how I am and the trajectory of where I feel like I'm going and all that shit, I don't think I would ever want to work that hard or have to work on something that serious. Like, you know how serious it is to run the fucking country? You know what I'm saying? Like picture the opposite end of that. You just working in the fucking drive-thru and you just trying to get a nigga their fries. That's not that serious. You're not going kill hundreds of thousands of people if you fuck up in that job. It's not that serious. But this motherfucker had the most serious job in the world. I don't want a job that big. I do not want
that's too much. It's just stressful for damn sure, but it's too much of a burden for one person to carry.
It's like a roller. It's like a ride. You know what I'm saying? Like if you work at a McDonald's job, you just up on a stool. That's it. You working in the motherfucking president, nigga. You are all the way at the top of Burj Dubai. You know what I'm saying? You're on that shit. You're on the Burj Khalifa, looking down on the entire world, and you know you got more control over all of it than anybody.
But and the crazy thing about the presidency or whatever is that, you know what I'm saying, like you have control. You have control because you're the commander in chief. You're the leader of the free world. But in actuality, when you look at all the checks and balances that are happening on the ground floor, you don't have any control at all, especially depending on how your house and your Senate is set up and who is controlled by. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, everything has to pass through you as a final say, but shit, some of that shit don't even make it to your desk. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You might be like, man, these 400,000 people signed the petition to do this. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this? Well, my assistant got it via email and she denied it on her end. So I never really seen what y'all talking about. Right. But I can't tell y'all I never seen what y'all talking about because there's gonna be like he's disconnected from everybody. No, we got a difference of opinion from everybody wanting certain things to go a certain way. And they know that if there might be something that's passionate to me, we're not gonna let it get to you. You know what I'm saying? We have the right to veto your shit, so we're gonna veto it. And that's the end of it. Then. You know what I mean? But to a person like me, and you was hearing that though, or seeing that in real time, it's like, man, he don't care about nobody. He don't give a shit about this. He don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at it like it's a personal shot at you because of whatever reason. And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like it's way more to it than that. Like, you know, no president has ever been reached to the point where I could be like, hey, I can reach out and grab you. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to my city council members. I got to go to my governor. I got to go to my mayor. I got to go to somebody I could literally actually see and have a conversation with. So you can't. You know what I'm saying? As much as we like blaming somebody for any problems that you may experience in life, you can't blame one person specifically for all your shit. Some of that shit is your fault too.
Especially a motherfucker that works all the way across the country and he's thinking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you half the time. Maybe he thinks about your problem once a day, you know what I'm saying? But he got like 100 other problems. This nigga got 90 problems and your life ain't one.
That'd be like, what if Jesus was actually easy to be connected with? It'd be like, man, look, You know how many people have been praying to me? You talking to me about your car having a flat tire? You could get out there and change that. That's trivial shit. You know what I'm saying? What about this person that's fighting for their life there? You know,
that's kind of funny to think about if you think about it. Let's say a prayer is like a vote. You know what I'm saying? It just has like whatever weight it has for whatever it is. So when you pray for something, you voting for that thing or whatever. So if you just stuck in traffic and you just praying for the light to turn green, you know what I'm saying? Your prayer is gonna go down in the fucking slot all the way to fucking Jesus's doorstep, right along with the fucking, oh man, I pray I get it out of this fucking hole that I feel like I'm gonna die in this third world country. Like them prayers side by side, zoom into the same place, nigga, one for one, because we all just one person. And your fucking prayer, like Jesus gonna have to get past like 100,000 of your bullshit to finally get to the motherfuckers that he can actually help. And he only got so much time in a day. He only got so much time. Jesus don't work 24 hours a day. He gotta rest sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Look, he said, I got a little layover, man. I can't get a lunch. I can't get no lunch either. I'll be hungry like that, man. Look.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because as hard as being a president is, dog, being Jesus, that's a rough gig. That's gotta be a rough gig. Holy shit.
And to make matters even worse, I died originally to make sure that y'all could do all this stuff there, man. Look.
Yeah, I got fired from this job already. I got fired and I came back, nigga. I came back to do the job again for y'all after getting fired. In the worst way. The worst way you can get fired.
Look, I'm not gonna give y'all the details because y'all don't even need to know all that. But understand though, I took a lot of losses to come back and make sure y'all win, man. You know, I need employee of the year. I need CEO of the decade. I need, you know what I'm saying, man of the millennium. All that shit, man. Look. That's hilarious, man. Look, I want people to know that we're just poking fun. We don't want no trouble. So there's somebody out there right now that's like, these Satan sinners right here. What are you talking about?
Well, I ain't even talked about the devil's job. His job is something else. I don't even know how you describe a job like the devil's job, because I guess what? The devil is like the criminal version of religion. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a criminal. So he's like the biggest drug dealer that there's ever been, or like I don't know who's the villain. He's Kim Jong-un. He's Kim Jong, because I feel like that's the worst person on the planet with the most power, right? So that's the devil's job, is to, I don't know, make billions of people sad for no reason. That's his job.
And he'd be like, yeah, hey, look, somebody wake up in the morning, I'm gonna have a bad day today. He'd be like, that's my cue. All right, let me set this up. Let me set this up.
Let me fuck this motherfucking day up.
Hey, you can see it right now with like a song sheet full of notes and shit. He just pack it open like this and be like, all right, let's start making this shit happen. It's time to go to work. Look, you wanna get to work late? All right, the snow is gonna make sure your battery fuck up. That right? You just moving shit. You can see a quartet just doing the shit with them, man. Like I got some strange imaginations when it comes. Like, who thinks like this, man? But no, that'd be. I think like that's like the offset of a tough job though. Like, you know, his job is literally to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? So.
And honestly, if you think about it, it's a fun job. It'd have to be a fun job. Like Kim Jong-un has fun every day, like every single day. Fun that we can't even comprehend. Fun that we're not allowed to do because we don't own a country. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker plays all the new games like first, like before they even come out. This motherfucker played Cyberpunk a year ago. You know what I'm saying? He was playing Cyberpunk out the gate. This motherfucker got PS5 delivered to his doorstep at least 2 weeks before it came out. Come on,
man. What? Look, you already know. Look, cause he had his face etched in the side of his shit. It was custom made. It had like, that personalized PS5. Look, hey, he on the Call of Duty like, man, if you kill me, I'm about to send the bomb over to your house. Like, wait a minute, man. Look, I thought this was a game. What is this guy talking about, man? That's hilarious, man. Look, that's strangely hilarious, man. You can see it though. Like that's some people problems that I think I'd be all right with, but I don't want to have it firsthand. Like I don't want to own a country. You know, I just want to literally just own some stuff, but not a country though. Like a country is overkill. Like you give me, you know, a business, you give me a house, you give me things that I can easily manage, with the right maintenance and time. I'm cool with that. But a country is like, man, look, hey, so we lost our whole acre of land. My crops, my cows, everything died. So I need you to work that out for me. It's like, okay, what am I gonna do with that shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fly some cows in from overseas and just bam, cows, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you order some shit like that? Like, look, can I just order like 5 synthetic cows and just be like, look, hey, their milk is freshly packed already, and all you gotta do is like tap the otter that you want to give you a different type of milk and shit. See, that's random shit I'm talking about, man. Look at that shit.
Those motherfuckers all over the place.
The segues are everywhere. Hey, look, we started off with Kobe. Yeah, that's the crazy one. We started off with Kobe, and then we just ended up going through. We went from Kobe to COVID, and the names sound almost closely, remotely identical to each other, man. And then it just went. It developed a mind of its own, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, I was reading something, man. What was I reading? And I wanted to tell Courtney about this earlier, and I couldn't remember it for the life of me. And I honestly still can't remember it. So I'm gonna talk about something else first, and then I'm gonna go from there or whatever, man. So, you know what I'm saying? The mega millions made it up to $1 billion, man, last week. 1.2 billion. You know what I'm saying? A person in Novi hit it. Novi is next door. So I'm going through my Rolodex of Novi friends I got. Like, man, maybe it's one of my Novi friends that caught it. Maybe they're not gonna reach out. So I'm gonna do the proactive thing and reach out to them. Like, hey, look, hey, Buster, my man, how you doing? You know, I'm trying to see what's going on. See if I can get it. I don't even want 1 point. I don't want you back here. Here's a couple million. I don't need a couple million. You give me a $250,000. I'm simple. I can do what it do with the $250,000 there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But one person hit that mug and no, by the way. Insane, dude. I was like, wow. I said, after taxes, it is $770 million. A teacher out there wrote a basically like a consensus, not a consensus, a mission statement on, what to do if you ever came into this amount of money, what steps you should take first, you know what I'm saying, when you first actually make the money. Which further lets me know that it was probably a teacher or somebody that actually hit the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that could really use it, which makes me feel better. Because, it's always somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying, done hit like 30 jackpots already. You know what I'm saying? They they got like 200,000 in their account and they just hit that just to add on to their good fortune, but they're like 75. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, you don't even need that, man. Look, you already on the back end. Hey, like, give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to sound selfish. I'm just saying though, like, you got that person that struggle, like, man, look, I could really use a blessing right now. Yeah. And it fall in your lap, and it'll fall in your lap. You know what I'm saying?
If you think about that, that's probably like one of the best things you could do, but you don't really, like, hear about it. Like, say somebody, just decides to live their life all about money, and all you care about is money, and so you just make a bunch of money, and you don't have a family, you don't have kids. All you do is become the richest motherfucker there ever was. And then when you die, what do motherfuckers do? I don't know. They put it into an estate, and then it just fucking surrounds all of the bullshit that they left behind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, it's like, nigga, you dead. You not here no more. Give that money back to the world and to the people that could actually use it. Like, why do dead people get to keep money? What are they doing with it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take all of the money from people that are dying, because I mean, if you think about it, that's why a motherfucker will hoard wealth, because he knows once he dies, I don't know, for some reason he gets to keep all of that. And like, what is that money doing except being hoarded? It's basically hoarding money if you think about it. And I don't know, there's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do a lot of things, but that's what's on my head today.
but that bodes an interesting point though. Like, so when it comes to people with money or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, the ones that do hoard or harbor it or whatever, on the flip side of it, it's like, okay, I either got this money and I pass away, and then my money gets recycled back into wherever whence it came or whatever. Like, so like if I work for a company and I get a pension or I get something like that and I pass away, my pension don't roll over to my kid. It don't roll over to the next person in the family. It's like, oh, we're getting our money back now. Thank you for dying. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
Well, exactly. Shit, why can't I keep my shit? You got the guy that got millions and gajillions of dollars that doesn't bury this shit, and like you said, in the estate and the trust and all this other shit. It's like, that's not fair.
Because the laws don't tell poor people how to keep money. The laws only tell, or the all the information only tells rich folks. The lawyers only tell rich folks how to hoard their money. They don't tell us. They don't even tell us how to save, like, or how to invest. We just end up having to learn all that shit on our own. They don't talk about money in school. They don't talk about credit in school. Don't you feel like that's easily the most basic lesson that we should learn? Like the first thing we should fucking learn. I should know how to use money before I know how to do anything. Like as a teenager or whatever, I shouldn't have to just stumble into the world and figure it out. But they don't have a class for that. They got class for sex ed. You know what I'm saying? They want to teach you how to fuck, but they're not gonna teach you how to
Ooh.
spend. Come on, man.
See, look, that should have been a drop right there. It should have been like mulatto. Right there.
Hey, you got to make it sound like somebody just picked me in Mortal Kombat. Remy Mulatto.
Yeah, like look,
Like that.
Remy Mulatto. Look.
Yeah, I want to hear Shao Kahn say my name.
Got you. Hey, look, I'm gonna work on that mug. Else in the crosstalk, I'm gonna be like, grab my iPad and get started, man. But yeah, no, that's the truth, though, man. Like they teach you sex ed, they teach you how to have sex, but they don't teach you how to save money. They don't teach you how to invest. They don't teach you how to do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you look at it, it's like, man, they want you. You know what I'm saying, to be safe. They want you to do all this, but they also want to oversee how you do certain things with your kids, though. You know what I'm saying? So I get in trouble for disciplining them. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what level my discipline is. But then on the same token, though, it's like, okay, well, now you teaching them about the cheat codes, about stuff that we didn't teach you about. We don't want you doing that either.
Right.
It's like, well, shit, find the struggle there. You can't have everything. You can't have full autonomy over how I'm gonna raise my kid or what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you know how much you tried it, you can't do that. That's not ideal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a place where, you know, it's freedom of all this good stuff and there's these luxuries and everything, I want to enjoy this luxury. I want to make my own money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to rely on you to give me X, Y, Z there. You know what I'm saying? That's like the uncle that did something messed up to their niece. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, don't you tell nobody what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Government sit you on your lap. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna give you this $1,200, but what you gonna do for it? Like, man, like I don't want to do nothing but get this $1,200 from you. Like, you better share this goddamn money and stop playing with me.
Like, is this a stimulus or are you pimping me? Like, what's happening here? Am I being pimped?
Who's really being stimulated here, man? Like, I don't know how to feel about this shit.
Oh, holy shit!
Look,
Oh, man.
nah, but I got a question for you. So look, now, you know what I'm saying, we are technically almost at the end of January now, man. So, you know, it's the 26th, January 26th. You know what I'm saying?
Can I shout out something real quick? Because this is the only
Absolutely.
place public today. Today, 2 years ago, I met my girl on the 26th, and I just want to shout that out because, you know, we still going strong, and I'm happy about it. But, you know, we're not doing nothing, so I'm just saying on your podcast, and we'll move on.
Look, so yeah, me and my girl been together for a minute. Things going good. Thank God for that. All right, now, God bless you. Keep going.
I have a little personal celebration, drinking my wine. It's called what's it called? Disorderly conduct.
Say, is that a red wine? Is that a Merlot?
It's what you call a dark, bold red.
A dark, bold red. Okay, that
dark,
sounds
bold,
interesting.
and red. You understand? That's 3 adjectives. You know what I'm saying? That's 3D for your ass.
Dark, bold, and red. Look,
yeah,
rich and robust like coffee. You know, I got you. I get it, man. I understand. I see the play on words there, buddy. I got it, man. Hey. So look, with that being said, with Valentine's Day around the corner, because that's where I was going to 2 places. I was going to Valentine's Day first, because obviously that's 2 weeks away. You know what I'm saying? Do you have anything specifically planned off the record, or on the record, I should say? You know what I'm saying? Small details. You ain't gotta say it all. You be like, man, yeah, you know, we doing some things, you know, talking to a man about a horse, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know.
Talking to a man about a horse. I figure we'll eat horse this Valentine's Day. We'll just eat horse, you know what I'm saying? I think horse is delicious, and she don't eat beef, but I think she'll try some horse.
Okay, look, see, look, hey, look, we got it. So look, horse activities, check and check. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's funny. I mean, I don't plan these things very well anymore, man. When I was young, I used to be so romantic. You know what I'm saying? Like these days, I don't know. As I think I do everything the opposite of the way most people do. I think a lot of people are very spontaneous when they're young, and then they just kind of like, I don't know, become a big planner when they get older. I feel like I was a much more focused when I was younger, and then I become more spontaneous with age for some reason. Like doing a fucking podcast and sitting here and talking shit in a way that I wouldn't have done like 10 years ago. It just wasn't what I was into. So I don't little brain fart, just a little brain fart.
Yeah, it was like
so if you're throwing a motherfucker pause too long, you're like, oh, that motherfucker's brain just shut down. Is he dead?
Like, yeah.
Somebody
and another thing, and it's like you like, oh shit, all right, I'm back now. I'm back. What did I miss?
Valentine's Day. I don't know, man. What do motherfuckers plan on doing these days? Like, you get a motherfucker flowers, you know what I'm saying? You get them sent to her job. That's one of the cheat codes. Everybody should do that. Whoever act like they don't want to spend money on flowers, let me tell you something. I don't even like flowers, but I spend money on flowers because my girl likes flowers.
Amen to that.
A woman that sees flowers for her, she lights the fuck up. She just has a literal orgasm in that moment. It's a small orgasm, but it's a whole orgasm in the moment where she saw those flowers. Okay. So give her a little, social distance orgasm. Let her get a little orgasm at work, have a good time, and feel special even in that moment. And that's just something that I do because I know she will appreciate it, but I hate flowers. Like, I literally don't like buying flowers. I don't think flowers have a point. You know what I'm saying? I have no regard for flowers.
But flowers serve a bigger purpose than people think or whatever, depending on if you've actually did a little bit of like research when it comes to certain flowers or whatever. Like, so for example, you know what I'm saying, tulips, you know what I'm saying, there's over 208 tulips in the world. All 208 tulips serve a specific purpose. You got your normal regular tulips, the basic ones you might see at your normal store or whatever, at your garden store or whatever and whatnot. But you could, like, I remember, I know that useless piece of information because it was useful at the time. Because she loves tulips. I told her that one day. She was like, "Wow, really?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wikipedia, you are right." That's when I started Wikipedia shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to try to, you know what I'm saying, create the space. You know what I'm saying, for the flowers to come. It's like, hey, if somebody be like, "Man, I can't stand flowers," I want to be like, I want to be the reason why you like flowers. Then, so I started buying flowers. I bought bouquets. I bought long stem roses. I bought a lot of nice flowers. Now I've gotten into a good gray area with my flowers now. My flower game is solid now. So now I can just wake up tomorrow and be like, "Man, baby, here you go, flowers, bam." You know what I'm saying? Because we've gained such a good rapport with flowers. You know what I'm saying? Flowers are not going to only come, you know what I'm saying, when it's a holiday or when I fuck up. They're going to come just because it's a regular day. You know what I'm saying? If you're really trying to shoot for the trifecta, that's how you do it then,
Yeah.
But back to this thing with what you said about romance or whatever. Like, I'm really trying to hone in on my talent when it comes to this. Like, because I feel like once upon a time, like I had the juice, and now my juice ain't juicing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you feel the way I feel. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
go.
Yeah, like, it is like to a person, you know what I'm saying, you want to pour endless juice into, like, that didn't come out right.
That sounds like some kind of 80s New Jack Swing song. Like, where'd my romance go, girl? You know what I'm saying? But
put that on wax now, B. Put it on wax.
The motherfuckers couldn't think about shit like that back then, so they, it couldn't come out in that era. It could come out today.
No, for sure. Look, it can come out today. Look, it's gonna come out more raunchy, but it can come out though. It's gonna be like shit, But look, Courtney looked over here like, "Hey, don't pour no more juice into me." Look, last time you poured some juice into me, we gotta see. Okay, you know what I'm saying? She was out the game, decommissioned. So I gotta use a better analogy than pouring juice. Well, I just want to make sure that the romance is shared and liked by all.
Yo, can I?
See, that was way back when I was a young girl. See?
Can I throw some game out? I feel like this is the biggest thing that the dudes get wrong when it comes to Valentine's Day and any like new romance. New is the key word. Romance Ain't really got nothing to do with nothing. What people, including and especially women, appreciate is new. So the point of doing something special for your woman on Valentine's Day is to do something you haven't done before. You're supposed to surprise her. And if you could handle that, like if you could do that, you're gonna get it right every time. She wants something new. That's it.
Look, these are my snap fingers right here. I'm doing snaps.
But like you think I'm sitting here schooling y'all? I just figured that out, nigga. Now I know what to do. I know what I'm doing something new, nigga. Because I ain't know before. I just figured it out.
Hey, look, and if you would have said that and then just segue to somewhere else, it'd have been like, damn, I always had the juice the whole time. Pat yourself on the back invisibly and keep going there, man. Look, but that's free game for y'all. Look, anybody that's listening, that's free game.
You know why I do a podcast?
Why?
You know why I have to do a podcast?
Why is that?
I don't have like the biggest audience. Yo, shout out to the Mulatto Perspective real quick. But I don't have like the biggest audience. But what I do have is I enjoy the space where I can express myself in a way that I wouldn't under regular circumstances. Because sometimes the highest, drunkest version of you sees things and understands things and needs to be able to communicate that to you. But if you can't talk to that motherfucker while you trying to live your daily life, you can't be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? You can't let that motherfucker take over. You got to have balance. Sometimes you got to have conversations with yourself. So when I sit here and I record and I just say all this shit that, comes to my mind in elevated space, it's a place for me to go back to and hear my own lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that you learn your own lessons. You got to learn from yourself all the time. Keep teaching yourself.
Look, so you're basically endorsing that people talk to themselves and get something out of what they're talking about there.
I mean, everybody talks to themselves all day, every day anyway. This is just another way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it every day out in this motherfucker.
You like, it's a way to extract these things in my mind and bring them out into the world. I'm here to share this with y'all. These are like doing like, what is it? Like doing like them little voice recordings and shit. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Star date, log 457 type shit.
Or an affirmation. You know what I'm saying? When you do an affirmation, you talking to yourself. You telling yourself, nigga, you the shit. You ain't know you was the shit. Come on, dog, you the shit.
You a winner. Look,
you gotta talk to yourself. Great. Everybody needs to talk to themselves. You know who don't talk to themselves at all? Who? Nigga, Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't talk to himself. He too busy talking to like hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers that'll hear his bullshit. He's been over his bullshit for a long time. He ain't heard shit he done said in the last 30, 40 years. Come on, man.
Hey, look, he like, I don't even like you no more. He's looking in the mirror talking back to him and shit. Like, you're just a sad waste of a man. I'm not.
So he got to go have a rally to get a bunch of motherfuckers to listen to his bullshit because he can't listen to it no more. He tired of looking at it.
I need y'all to buy into the shit that I'm buying into now, people. I need that. Look, that's what it is, man. That's narcissism. Damn that. That's narcissism. All that shit. Well, look at that. Look, we got a sweet 4 minutes. Look, I gotta pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the. First off, let's start there. That's a good place to start. Can I start off by telling people, alert, alert, alert. The cheat code is officially in production. We in production. We reached our threshold last week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that was already being patient to begin with. I'm excited about it. Look, I got people that are excited about it too. Like I go to work talking about it all the time. Like, yeah, you know what you just ate today? Yeah, you had some of that food that I had? That was from a book.
That's a cheat code right there.
You know what I'm saying? You need to order one. Don't do yourself a disservice by cooking them bland ass meals you've been doing. Let's go ahead and add the spice into your life there. Bam. And that's how we hitting them right there. You know what I mean? So, now we're ready to roll. They've been waiting to see the whole summary. It's coming now. You know what I'm saying? The cheat code with Court. Shout out to her. The YouTube channel coming soon. We got, you know what I'm saying? That's my bankroll in operation right there. She got a lot of things going on. And she my wife and baby mama. Look, hey,
money.
You know what I'm saying? Look, shout out to Yum Shots. Another leg in the Thompson threshold. You'll say, look, Sid, this could all be yours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are these businesses or is this a dynasty? Are we talking about a dynasty in the making?
Look, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we like the Lakers, baby. Back in
talking about Kobe again, nigga. We come full circle.
Reincarnated Kobe again.
Kobe is back, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we don't die, we multiply. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we trying to bring it together to y'all. If you want to eat good and drink good, we can get you both. We can get you both. Look, man. Only thing we ain't made is our own wine or liquor product shit. You know what I'm saying?
The trifecta is coming. The trifecta is coming.
Look, you heard it here first on the Up and Up, man. Look, I got to tell you, all troops in the boot. That's what we do, man. Look. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Touch Events, man. Shout out to my dog Joey Buff, man. Look, you know, this thing he got coming up is exciting, but I can't tell y'all no more. I gotta keep it at that, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? Shit. JM Prince, man. Look, man, if y'all need business things created, if y'all need LLCs, tax IDs, 123s, and ABCs, he got all that shit, man. Look, he got you covered. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Wild Landscaping, look, you need your snow shovel. That man got you covered, man. Look. And that's it. I don't even got a quote today, and I ain't got a quote. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quote. I got a little quote.
What's the quote?
It ain't a quote. I do want to shout out a lot of perspective, but you know what it is? I think y'all already got the trifecta. Courtney got the eats, Courtney got the drinks, but we got to talk. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk.
Look, hey, you put that right there, your pipe and smoke it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is another episode of On the Up and Up. I want to thank y'all for tuning in as always. Please be safe. Enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. God bless you. Thank you.